everyone, and welcome to the Women in Clean Tech Sustainable Agriculture Fireside Chat. I am very excited to learn more about this important topic, and we are lucky to have Faazla Iqbal with us today and Lael Giebel moderating for us. My name is Joey Scholl, Events Director for WCS. Thank you all for being with us today and choosing to dedicate an hour of your time on this beautiful December evening to attend this event and learn more about one of the many change makers in the world of agriculture. We'll start with some quick housekeeping items and then move on to the fireside chat with Faazla and Lael. And we'll have some dedicated time for Q&A, so don't hesitate to drop your questions in the chat. Some Zoom etiquette before we start. You are all probably pretty familiar with it, but just a few reminders. Please write your full name, turn on your video if you feel comfortable doing so. We love to see your faces. And WCS volunteers, please add an asterisk next to your name. And out of respect for our speakers, please mute yourself during the call. And we encourage you to drop your LinkedIn in the chat and connect with other attendees. The more you get involved and active during the event, the more you benefit from it. So who are we? WCS is a nonprofit originally founded in the San Francisco Bay Area. We're now in 13 countries and have a membership base of more than 500 professional women and men. The goal of the organization is to support women in their careers in the clean tech industry. And WCS is celebrating its 13-year anniversary next month, which is pretty impressive considering we're a nonprofit primarily run by our volunteers. And what we do at WCS, we do monthly events such as panels, professional development workshops, and in-person social events. And we're now a global organization, so keep an eye out for an event near you. We also have a mentorship program. It kicks off next month. More information is available on the website. And our annual flagship event, WCS Talks, is a TED-style event. Save the date for January 20th at Plug and Play in Sunnyvale, California. Tickets are now on sale. They go up tomorrow. And a couple sponsorship opportunities are still left. More information can be found on our website. Speaking of events, here are upcoming events. December 16th, this Saturday, we have the Winter Potluck in Mountain View, California. January 18th, our LA Chapter Cheers, a social event where we celebrate recent wins for our members, volunteers, and supporters. And January 20th, WCS Talks, as I mentioned. And February 8th, a happy hour in Tempe, Arizona. I'm excited to see some of you there. All right, membership. In case you're not a WCS member, I encourage you to sign up. Just scan the QR code here to do so, and you'll get reimbursed for tonight's event. Members get exclusive access to WCS Connect, our Slack channel for networking and collaboration, and feel free to reach out to me or other WCS members on the call if you have any questions about membership. We also have corporate memberships. Scan the QR code or visit the website for more information. And thank you so much to today's sponsor, Product Rehab, for your support for today's event. We have Julie Bush, Product Rehab's founder and president. Julie, I'll hand it to you to say a few words. You're muted, Julie.
Thank you. Thanks, Joey. And thank you everyone for attending today. I am a WCS board member and my company Product Rehab is a corporate member and is really delighted to be a sponsor of today's event. Product Rehab is a strategic growth consulting firm. We focus on strategic planning, customer acquisition and retention, and price and revenue optimization. We just published a report on climate change impact on American buying habits, so you can go to the website and download it there, or you could wait to get this presentation in your email the next few days and then just click on the link. Our mission at Product Rehab is to improve quality of life. And so we are really, really honored to be working to support this event today. So thanks everyone for joining, and back to you, Joey.
Thank you so much, Julie. We really appreciate your support. And next, I am honored to introduce our moderator for today's Fireside Chat, Lael Giebel. She has been in sustainability for over a decade, and she's currently the director of the Global Sustainability Program at KnowBe4, where she manages the organization's global sustainability program across 11 countries. Lael is interested in holistic approaches to sustainability that integrate environmentally friendly practices into all facets of life and livelihoods. She's the author of Sustainability is for Everyone, Beginning Steps to Creating a Sustainability Program for Your Business. It's available online at any bookstore, including Amazon. Lael, I will hand it to you.
Wonderful. Thank you, Joey. And I am so happy to introduce Faazla Iqbal, who is an engineer, an electrical engineer, and the technical manager at AMB Labs, Australia. She's a graduate from one of Pakistan's renowned top engineering institutes in the country. And her groundbreaking work and book on solar-powered auto-irrigation systems showcase her commitment to innovation and clean energy solutions. Faazla is a beacon of inspiration in the clean energy sector and is continually pushing the boundaries of technology and sustainability. So let's jump right in. And I'm going to start with a big question first. Faazla, what do you see as the biggest problems facing the agricultural industry as a whole?
Okay, so in order to fulfill the sustainable development goals, so I think agriculture, bringing agri-tech in agriculture is the most important thing we can do, because with the help of agri-tech, we can conserve our nature, we can bring biodiversity, and we can reduce climate change impact. We can increase the number of food resources in different countries. So agri-tech has a lot of potential. But what problem we are facing in bringing agri-tech to different countries around the world is because there is a lot of technological advancement in the previous decades, such as AI, robotics, and Internet of Things. But but as we are lacking in awareness about new technological advancement around the world, such as I live in Pakistan, so even people do not are not aware about solar powered auto irrigation system. We are a country where we lack water resources, and we are at the forefront of waterlogging, salinity issues, crops degradation, soil degradation. But we are not even aware about latest advancements of technology. So first of all, the challenges we are facing is that bringing the knowledge and awareness about latest industrial trends and technological advancement to the farmers, to the customers, and to the people. So what we can do about is we can advocate about technology. We can advocate about different trends of the industry to the society. So another issue that we are facing in today's era is that there is climate change. Because of the climate change, there is we are not aware about weather changes. So, but as the farmers have to, in order to grow crops, in order to cultivate lands, they need to be aware about the schedule. They need to pre-plan their resources based on the weather. But based on climate change, we are not aware about the weather. Floods come and go, drought happens, and we are using poor resources, our resources poorly. We are not using regenerative agriculture, so it is causing a very causes of concerns. And also there is food security is not is very difficult at the moment with the increase in population around the world. We already know that there is a lot of land around the world, but the reason that population is growing, we are losing a lot of cultivable land, as well as we are not able to fulfill the needs of the population. Because uh, let's take the example of Pakistan. In 1961, the arable land of Pakistan was 0.66 hectares. But now, as we see the insights of 2022, there are 0.14 hectares available to the population for the arable land. So, because of not using regenerative practices and utilizing the land in the wrong way, waterlogging and salinity happened throughout the land of Pakistan. And as our population kept on increasing and increasing, so we are not able to fulfill the need of that much amount of population with the help of the land which we have available. the only solution we have available is increasing the productivity of the land that we have already left, and we can do this with the help of technology.
Great. Well, so you started out talking about a lot of the problem is a lack of awareness and a lack of knowledge. So along those same lines, how can farmers use technology to not only improve soil, but also to mitigate climate change and increase profitability? Maybe you can dive into that a little bit.
Okay, so I think we can bring a lot of technology. The good thing about technology is that we can bring a lot of creativity into that technology, and a lot of awareness of latest trends in the technology, and what new technologies have invaded the markets should be told to farmers, and we should find an economical way to bring that technology to the farmers. For example, there is the latest innovation for which I have wrote my book about solar powered auto irrigation system using PLC programming. So basically, the reason agriculture is facing a lot of problems is because we are unable to use this land resources properly. There is a lot of waste and also poor input optimization to the land resources. So we can introduce precision farming in our agriculture. It will help us to reduce the wastage of our resources. Uh, and also we can also introduce IoT and sensors into our latest technologies, such as moisture sensors in solar powered auto irrigation system. It is about that whenever the crops need water, automatically the irrigation will happen. So in this way, the water wastage will be minimized and our resources will be conserved, and our resilience of the soil will also be enhanced. So we can bring IoT and sensors into our agriculture. And number two, we can also bring data analytics and machine learning into our agriculture, because agriculture requires a lot of decision making. We have to make informed decision that what crops will be right for us, what in what season we will bring that crops into our land, and predicting the weather condition, predicting the historical data. So data analytics and machine learning should also be incorporated in agriculture. And number three is that we can also bring drones in our agriculture, like in order to cultivate vast areas of land. It is very difficult for a person, as we have very less farmers in today's field, because labor is being reduced. So we need drones to monitor the condition of vast area of land. So how drones can do that? They can just roam around the fields, and then they can capture the images. They can then we can process those images, and then we can get the insights about crop conditions such as diseases of the crops, so that we are able to predict, and we can do data driven decision making as well. So we can bring IoT sensors and machine learning and data analytics in agriculture as well.
That was very helpful. So, Faazla, you're obviously so knowledgeable in your field, which makes me really curious about your background. Can you tell us about your journey as a woman in Pakistan in the engineering field and what motivated you to pursue your degree?
Sure. So my journey has not been a race, but it is a marathon. So I was born in a family where education was not being considered important for women. It was thought that women shouldn't be educated. So from my childhood, but I realized that how much crucial education is for me, especially the reason that there was poor economic condition in our country, and especially for my family as well. So I realized the potential that how education can empower me. But the condition of the family was not supportive enough to support my education. So I decided to support my education my own self. For that, I use a trick that I should work extra harder so that I can get scholarships. So the fate was also very kind enough to provide me scholarships and pay, and my hard work was being fruitful to me. But when I joined university uh, in a male-dominant field, uh, as I always wanted to be myself and challenge the stereotypes around me, because I'm very stubborn kid, I am very supportive of individualism. Uh, so I joined engineering. When I joined engineering, uh, it was not as I expected, uh, because I was being told that engineering is not for women. Many people around me told me when I joined university. So I was literally questioning again and again that whether this is the right choice for me or not. Have I done something wrong? A lot of questions at such a young age. So I overthink a lot. I started overthinking. So uh, and there is a secret as well. Uh, let me tell you, in the first year, which was the most important course of electrical engineering, basic of electrical engineering, I failed. I failed that course. So at that moment, I realized that yes, whatever everybody told me was a right thing, because I was already questioning and I was already overthinking. Then I realized that what choice I have made. So I was questioning my choice. But this is the point which really changed me as a person. I was very different person before and after this thing that happened to me, and I'm really thankful that it actually happened, because if it wouldn't have happened, I wouldn't have achieved. I wouldn't have realized that how much capable I am and how much I am able to do something. So after this event, I changed myself completely. Instead of, I thought that overthinking is not my control, because for many people, emotions are just emotions. You just keep thinking about it. So I just uh, then I realized that I can counter this emotion with a positive emotion. That if I'm overthinking, then I can replace it with brainstorming. So I brainstormed. I brainstormed a lot, again and again on loops in my brain that what I should improve. So again and again, I just improved myself iteratively, that what I need to improve. I improved my communication skill. I improved my English. I improved my spatial skills, and also I tried to improve my research skills. And after that, I just have realized, and this is a realization, that we should value individualism. Being in an engineering field, in a male dominant field, we start to realize that we are different, and sometimes it just make us feel like being different is bad. So I just want the girls to realize, embrace their individualism, and feel like that it is okay to not conform to the normal societal norms. So be yourself. I have just learned this from my experience.
I feel like I could listen to you all day, so I'm not ready to leave this topic yet. When we spoke offline, you mentioned that you were the only woman in a class of 40 engineering students. So there was 39 men and you were the only woman. And I know you've already talked some about this, but I just want to dig in a bit more and see what challenges you face as a woman in engineering in Pakistan. I know you already covered that, but maybe some advice that you could give other women. One of them obviously is to be willing to be individual. But if you have any other advice as well.
Sure. So being in a developing country, it comes with its own challenges and uninvited guests, which you never imagined of in a country. So, so when a country is struggling with economic conditions, frustration travels from person to person, and that frustration is was very prevalent in the society. So when I joined engineering, first of all, it was that I feel isolated because I was in a male dominant field, and it was like I did not belong in that society. So I felt isolation. So in order to counter that sense of isolation, I imagine that what I can control. So there are some things that you are able to control in our life, and some you can't. It comes with time that you also start uh, controlling the things that you were not being able to do it in the past. So I just started imagining that what I can control and what I can't, and started working on the things that I can control actually. So there was also sometimes that I had to do a lot of projects alone because people were not comfortable enough to group with me. So I just took it positively that if I am doing the project alone, then maybe I can improve myself enough, make myself resourceful enough to not need someone to do a project with me, being resourceful enough and strong enough. So I'm glad that I was able to actually make it happen, that now whenever I work somewhere, I can do this. I need people, yes, they are very helpful, but if they are not available, I can do it myself on my own as well. Other than that, in a developing country, there is economic constraints that when you graduated, you are not sure about that whether you are going to get a job or experience or not. So when I graduated, industries were not welcoming enough. So there was a lot of gap between industry and education. So jobs were not available. So at that time, I just started thinking that the ways in which I can still create value. So before that, I was just running after I should have a fame, I should have money, enough money. But I think that the focus is also very important. We should focus that we should learn something, or we should create value in the society. How, what are the ways we can add value into the society? So at the time of unemployment, which is very, very difficult, because it really shatters your confidence to the maximum. So at that time, I started writing my book on solar powered auto irrigation system, because I realized that at least this is the way I can create an impact or add value, because an impact is never bigger or smaller. An impact is an impact. So I started writing my book at that time, and that was a very good opportunity.
Fantastic. This is just amazing and incredibly inspiring. I saw in the chat somebody said, what an inspiring journey you've had, and it's really true. So to the audience, in a bit, I'm going to throw this out to you all for some questions. So be thinking about what you would like to ask. You can put your questions in the chat as you think of them, and then we'll get to them after this. But right now, I still have a few more things I would like to ask. So Faazla, how do you think technology can help promote sustainability in agriculture? And how can we ensure access to these tools for all farmers, including smaller scale and rural ones?
Okay. So, in order to promote agriculture in across different countries, uh, I think we have a lot of land to cultivate. But that land, in order to cultivate that land, we need the support of government as well, because there are a lot of initiatives that should be initiated by the government, such as proper training to the farmers, and also R&D, research and development on agriculture infrastructure. So land is already available, resources might be available as well to you, but you need an infrastructure to just work on it. You just need to introduce sustainable farming practices, regenerative farming practices. So there should be initiatives on that awareness. So we need to advocate on agriculture practices. So in order to ensure that the farmers and also smaller scales and rural ones get enough use of technology, we should make economical infrastructure of technology, because in order to implement that technology on a large scale, the technology should be economical as well. So we should make the components include those components in the technology that are economical, so that our overall product is cheaper and easily accessible as well. Other than that, we can introduce precision agriculture in it. Like we can also include sensors like moisture. There is a lot of potential about implementing sensors. We can include pH sensors, conductivity sensors, moisture sensors as well. So we can incorporate sensors as well. So other than that, we can do data-driven decision making. Like we can include data analytics in agriculture as well. So to ensure access for all the farmers, we should introduce affordable solutions, and we can also uh, train them and provide them education that how to use uh, your resources effectively, so that there is less harm to the society, to the biodiversity, to the crops, and to the environment as well. So education and training is very important, and government should also support us in this cause.
Okay, good. So along the same lines, we just discussed farmers, but along the same lines, how can we promote more sustainable and equitable food systems, especially in regards to ensuring access to healthy and affordable food in underserved communities? Kind of a similar question, but going in a different direction.
Yes. So, in order to promote more sustainable and equitable food system, particularly ensuring access to healthy and affordable food, so we can implement local garden. So, if we would not like, in order to make the food cheaper, we should rely on our own resources in other than just importing or exporting the food from between the nations. We can also become resourceful in this manner. So we can introduce local farms. So local farms is also good, that it will build a community. We will rely on our own community, and it will also strengthen the bond between us. So we can all rely on local gardens as well. So other than that, we should government should do initiative on research and development, because there is a lot of breakthroughs being happened in other fields, but agriculture is still yet to be integrated with R&D. So we can also incorporate how drones can be integrated in agriculture, how other kind of sensors can be integrated in agriculture, and how we can monitor the condition of crops with the imaging technologies and others. So government should invest on R&D initiatives as well. So there is also a need of policy from the government as well, that we should also incorporate agroecology in agriculture, and training and awareness sessions are also very important. So also, sometimes the farmers do not get what they deserve. So that's why we are seeing this shortage in labor as well. So government should ensure that there is a fair trade. Farmers should deserve what they want, and farming should be the most regarded profession, because it is enabling the food security as well. They are very important part of this that chain. So that is what we can do.
Okay, awesome. I love how many solutions you have. You've clearly thought about this. Now, my next question, I do not want to put you on the spot, but I have lived or I used to live in Indonesia for several years. And I found in a lot of ways we lived more sustainably there than we do here in the US. So I'm just wondering, with that in mind, what insights could you share about what might be valuable to the agricultural industry in the US that you've learned that you're doing in Pakistan?
Sure. So in Pakistan, talking about our agriculture land, there is a lot of potential, and we can feed a lot of people if we cultivate that land. But I can see that even auto irrigation system has not been integrated in Pakistan. Why? Because lack poor economic condition and lack of initiative by government. So the advocates should be present in Pakistan in order to make that happen. So according to US, I have seen that US has incorporated auto irrigation system moisture sensor based. So they are also working very well on reaching to the root level. Uh, Bringing moisture to the root level with the help of sensor technology is very good because it helps to distribute the nutrients to the soil evenly. So also help in waterlogging, salinity, and other issues. So America is very good in that. What it can do further is that they can integrate other farming technologies, such as they can bring drones and AI into that. They can invest more on R&D to bring drones and AI into the agriculture, because it will also help us to have a more sustainable land resources and also food security.
Nice. Thank you so much. I'm glad I did not put you on the spot and you had some great ideas there. So folks in the audience, this is actually my last question, and then I will hand it over to the audience questions. But I would like to know, how can other women in engineering contribute to sustainable development in agriculture from your viewpoint?
Okay, I think that women can be the leader in bringing innovation to sustainable agriculture solutions, because I feel like this is my inner realization that women have more empathy, and empathy is the most important leadership trait, because it can make us do the what is right. So I think that as in order to bring innovation and good practices in agriculture, as we have already talked about that, advocacy is very important, and also awareness and training of the farmers and people around us regarding sustainable practices. So women can do this as well. So women can do policy advocacy. They can also provide education and outreach to the farmers and the people around us, and they can also create awareness through sessions and workshops, and they can do R&D. There is a lot of things women are capable of. So uh, other than that, there is still a chance and room for innovation in agriculture. So women can work on those innovative projects, and they can bring further innovation into agriculture field.
Wonderful. Okay, so I know I just promised I was going to turn it over to the audience. But I have still one more question, and this is a personal question. I'm really interested in your book. I have not read it yet, but I was wondering if you could tell me, do I need to understand agriculture very intimately in order to read the book? Or do you think if I don't have an agriculture background, could I pick up your book and understand what you're talking about?
Sure. So that book is the audience of that book is majorly the people in engineering. So
Okay.
that is a very good idea, by the way. That I should also write the books on. We should also write the books to other audience. But at that time, I just realized that innovation perspective, the ingredient of innovation perspective should be introduced, so that engineers in Pakistan are capable of integrating that innovation in our land. So that was for the audience is primarily engineers.
Mhm.
So, but that is a good insight that we can also make it for other audience as well.
Yes. So maybe that could be your second book, is for the rest of us who don't understand engineering. Okay, so now I'm going to check on the audience questions. There's a question from Jessica, and she says, Faazla, you've alluded to this a bit, and I'm curious what you think the role of policy, like government intervention, is on ag tech investment and innovation, and whether in Pakistan or abroad. So what
Okay, so
you
sure.
got that?
That is a very nice question and very tricky one. So I think government is the most important thing or body that can support the agriculture. Why? Just take an example of Pakistan. In Pakistan, from 1961, a lot of cultivable land has been lost, and there is a potential of losing much more cultivable land if we are not introducing any kind of policy to this agriculture land which is cultivable. So also our population is keep on increasing and increasing and increasing, and we have not yet realized that what we are losing because there is lack of awareness. So even if a person just start to go and tell the farmers, but how many people we can reach, because not many people are are aware about innovation and also what they should do. And also in many areas fertilizers are still being used, so because we have not we have not good economic condition to tackle the absence of fertilizer or other kind of harmful product to the land, so we will just keep on using it before the intervention of the government. And also if government is not providing proper funding to the engineers, they will move to the other location, and they will not realize their fullest potential. So government should also help us in order to ensure the good sustainable agriculture practices.
Okay, so I'm going to stay on this topic, this government topic, because that was a very good question, Jessica. So another question along the same lines: are there any recent changes that Pakistan has made to support sustainable ag? And what resistance is the government facing, if they have been trying to?
Okay, so a lot of universities are just doing research and development in their final year projects related to introducing technology in agriculture, and also there is a website known as Ignite. They are providing R&D scholarships, and they are promoting the initiatives of R&D on sustainable development in Pakistan. But still, we are behind incorporating that technology into the agriculture because lack of awareness and also lack of funding. Because once we are created it, just such as I in my final year project created a sustainable auto-irrigation system, so there is a need that government should support us in order to integrate that technology into the land. They should be fast enough in policy making. So at the moment we are just standing on just innovation. We have a lot of innovation, but engineers are do not have enough support system to utilize their fullest potential at the moment.
Okay. Would you ever want to go into advocacy? Would you ever want to go, start trying to get the government on board with you?
So I would it is my just personal preference. It is not about what we should do or we should not do. So personally, I like to do advocacy. So I would like to go for advocacy, and I have realized potential in advocacy because there is a need of it in Pakistan and in developing countries, and we have no leadership figure right now at the moment, especially in engineering, who can do the needful.
Right. I think you would be very effective. You're obviously very charismatic, and you have all of this background information I think you'd be amazing. So sorry to go off topic. I'll go back to the questions. This next one is from Julie, and she asks, what is the next big challenge that you want to work on? Oh, this is sort of similar. What is the next big challenge that you want to work on to overcome in agriculture? One of them is government, right?
Already, Lael, you have told me the next big challenge that I should that I should write another book to the audience.
Yes.
Other than that, uh, I feel like that I should approach the farmers. I should generate a way to approach the farmer with the with my products, and also the auto irrigation system that I have created. I should get enough funding to implement. I should seek the platforms and enough funding in order to integrate those irrigation system in Pakistan in order to combat the global pandemic of less foods sustainable systems in Pakistan.
Okay, good. Yeah, that's a big challenge. So the next question we have is from Glousy, and she says, oh, actually, this is a comment. She said, if you write a version of your book for girls who want to be in this field for 10 years old and beyond, it would be lovely and inspiring. And I absolutely agree. I was going to say, when I said, oh, you should write a book for the rest of us, and then we started talking about government, and I was like, okay, wait, you should write a book for government, you know, to sort of translate all of this into, because the government typically speaks a different language than tech or private industry. So your book, but then you translate it into sort of government and policy language. That's your second book. And then your third book will be for the rest of us on the call. So in addition to all of these other challenges you have, I've decided you need to write 2 more books. Okay, let's see. Actually, that was another question someone had. Do you have your eye on another book? So before this conversation, had you already been thinking about writing another book?
Before this conversation, not actually, because
Okay.
because I was thinking to reach to the farmers and bring my innovation till them with the help of investors. So I did not realize because of because of WCS, I have realized myself that how much important agriculture technology is. After this event, this platform has made me realize this potential. So that's why, because of this realization, I would like to work further into it. And because of this event, I have realized that how much crucial the awareness is. That's why I have decided that I should start working on it. And it is such as a self-realization journey, self-realization, and I have realized some potential in this field and what I can capable of achieving even further.
Well, that's fantastic because this last almost hour, you've been inspiring all of us. So I love the idea that this group has been an inspiration for you. So thank you so much for allowing us to be a part of your journey. I have another question. Let's see. Okay, so this one is from Joey, and she asks, do you have advice for other women to break into engineering? Other women who maybe had similar difficulties or challenges or similar self-doubt? Do you have advice for them to break into this field?
That is very difficult to think because, to be honest, especially in developing countries, I have faced a lot of challenges. And being a very sensitive girl, so I have faced a lot of challenges in developing countries. But I believe there is a potential in this field. It is very good once you realize that you need to embrace your individualism. You are different, you are good enough, and you deserve what you want, and also you can achieve what you want. So this realization happened me way after because of the background that was I was involved in So that's why I really believe that there is a lot of self-doubt that happens. But once we are overcome our challenges and difficulties, I believe that the impact that you will be creating, you will remember throughout your life. And also that there is a choice we can make as a female. Either we can just sit and we spend all of our lives thinking that we could have done it, but because we were very much afraid at that moment, so we just give up. Other option is that we can just embrace it, embrace the challenge as a friend, and we play the game, play around, and then once the wave passes, then we will realize that how much strong we are. So this tech field is has very potential, and once more and more women are going to join, maybe the things that I have faced would not have been faced if there were other women around me, because mostly the support system is the major thing that I was craving for. If I had that support system, I wouldn't have faced that challenge. So the upcoming woman, if you will choose the engineering and you will come in this field, so the things that we have faced, I think you will not face.
Nice. So let me ask you this, and again, I'm getting a little bit personal, but now that you have your degree and now that you're working in this field, do you feel like you're more accepted? Do you have more support, or is it still difficult even now?
um, I feel like I have accomplished a lot of things and I have overcame a lot of challenges, but still I feel like I am very honest and truthful. Uh, I think that being truthful is the most important thing, because it uh, creates an awareness about the situations. So at the moment, I still feel like, because as I am in a developing country, so it travels from person to person, that challenges. So I still feel like that I feel like I have overcame a lot of challenges and I am very proud of it. And but I still feel like there is a lot of things I should accomplish, such as so that the people which are for me do not have to face the same thing. I should be able to achieve good practices in industry, should inspire and should create awareness as a leader, so that the people who are coming before me do not have to face the same thing. So I feel like I have to achieve a lot more things. I set goals very much higher or very big enough that I just challenge myself again and again, even if I have accomplished something.
Nice. Do you know any other women in Pakistan who are in engineering or who want to go into engineering?
Yes, there are a few who uh, are in engineering, such as when I was working in Nestle, I had a friend of mine who was in engineering, but she was in mechanical, and I was in electrical side, electrical and automation. So uh, she provided me a support system, and but she faced the same things, and she told me about her experience, that she has been through a lot of industries. So whenever she tells me, she says that it is very traumatic journey for her when she was graduated, because industry didn't welcome her. Also, when she was being in an industry, she was being given only documentation work. She was not being trusted that she can do work on transformers, switch gears, breakers. She was not even being given exposure. So she said that she was given just documentation work. So she says that she has went through a lot in order to reach at Nestle. So she valued this opportunity a lot. So in developing countries, when we reach to a certain job location and also some good opportunity, we value it a lot, because we know that from where we have been through.
Right. I believe that. I think we have time for one more question. And this is more, again, a little bit more personal, but just what is next for you? Like your next career move or your next mission? I feel like we've already heard some of it, but I mean, I've already put 2 books on your agenda, but is your next move what you were talking about is going to the farmers, or tell us what's next for Faazla?
Okay, so I think that I want to get international exposure because I feel like staying in some location throughout their life, it can limit a person uh, change of mindset and also creativity. So when we travel different locations, we meet a lot of people. We see the people that never realized that some different people like them existed. They had the same challenges, they had the same journey as we are. So we grow our mindset, we become more creative. There is a more potential to innovate. So I feel like staying in the certain location for the change is very important. So for me, I am thinking some more sustainable environment where I can judge and see and enhance my uh, knowledge as well. So other than that, I do a lot of things in parallel. So other than that, I would really appreciate myself if I start working on the sustainable agriculture practices in Pakistan.
Yeah. Okay. So let me ask you about your book. I know I said one more question, but just very quickly, for those folks who on the call who would maybe who understand they are engineers or they're in that field, is your book available in the US? And if so, how would we get it? Is it Amazon or do you know?
Okay, so the book is on Amazon Kindle. So it is available in all the markets. So people from around the world can get it. And I think that it is also free for some. I don't remember it, but it is also free.
Okay. Wow. Okay. Well, I think that I have to hand it back to Joey, who is going to wrap up for us. But Fazla, if you're able to go onto Amazon now and get that link, feel free to put it in the chat for people who are on the call, if you're able to do that. And Joey, I will hand it back to you.
Perfect. Sounds good. Faazla, thank you so much for sharing your journey and your story with us. We appreciate your time and you are just so inspiring. Thank you so much. And Lael, thank you for moderating this discussion. And Julie Bush of Product Rehab, thank you for your continued support of WCS. And I will share my screen here if everyone can see. All right, I want to give a big thank you to our volunteers. We couldn't have these events without our volunteers behind it. And we do have a few opportunities to volunteer with us. We are currently in need of a treasurer, a market research manager, and a cross-promotional partner analyst. So if you have any interest in any of these, please feel free to reach out to us. You can scan the QR code there to find those roles, and you can also message me on Slack or email. And if you enjoyed this event, we have more. Please mark your calendars for these upcoming events, and they're also listed on our website as well. And if you're a member and are not using our Slack channel, WCS Connect, I encourage you to do so. There you'll find news, updates, chapter happenings, job openings from our job board, and external events. And last, as a reminder, if you're not following us on social media, here are our handles. And that is all I have. Thank you all so very much for attending, and I hope to see you at our next event. Have a great one, everybody.